Howdy, folks. Welcome to Water by the Quarter. My name's Jim Nash, the Oakland County Water Resources Commissioner. This show focuses on our most important resource, fresh water. Today, I'm honored to have our very special guest, two-time winner of the Oakland County Water Resource Commissioner's Kids Clean Water Calendar Contest, Bernard Elementary fifth grader Aditya Yogesh, who has won the numerous other awards as well as for his artistic talent. We have our own MIFE office's environmental planner, J.C. Garrison, who works all kinds of things, getting maps made, all the things we do around permits, all the things we do around education. So she does a lot of work for this office, getting our message out to the public. So let me start out. This is, to me, a really amazing achievement for Aditya Yogesh. You are in fifth grade now. This is the second year in a row you've won this award for our art contest. I really appreciate you being here.
Same here. I'm really honored to be here.
Well, this is something that I like to celebrate because all the young kids who gave us our artwork over the years. This is something that I think they remember for a long time. That this is hopefully. They're learning about the environment because I hate to say it, but your generation's got a lot to do to clean up what my generation left. So I hope I can help you do that as you grow older. But this is something that means a lot to me. So I want to mention that you won a bunch of awards recently. And any of those awards that really stand out besides this one here?
Yeah, because actually I won a public speaking contest organized by VD Seva. And that was my first time doing it, and I was actually pretty impressed with what I did.
Well, you come off very well, I'll tell you that. You come off much older than you are, I think. So you have a sense of maturity that is kind of rare among young children like you. So I just want to appreciate that. I want to go over just a few things that you've won recently. Just this year, you won a poster contest for the city of Troy for the theme of All in This Together.
Yes,
You
I
got an
did.
award from the mayor for that. You won first place in the annual VT SIVA Volunteering Together for Service on the impacts of remote learning. That's the one you were just mentioning, right?
Yeah.
That's, again, you have to have confidence and real knowledge to be able to present well. And that's something that you've really demonstrated in your art and by your speaking. You
Thank
won the
you.
Michigan and Indian Community for Emerging Talent. You won the 2021 Youth Award. You
Yeah.
received a superior rating in 2019, 2020, and 2021 for a piano solo at the Michigan Music Festival. You won the 2021 Metro Detroit Youth Arts Competition. Just so many things you've done this year. How you have time for anything else?
I know. I'm just trying to do as much as I can.
Well, that's a good
Yeah.
sign. That's something that you're going to be doing for a long time. I can just see
Hmm.
it. You got a yellow belt in Taekwondo and you're a level 5 swimmer. That's
Yep.
it's a wonderful thing. I mean, you have a very broad range of skills and interests that I think will serve you very well when you grow older.
Yeah, thank you.
This is the kind of your generation is producing a whole bunch of people that I think are really stand up and you want to do the right thing. I've met people from high school and college, even my younger engineers. They're just dedicated to doing the right thing. And when I'm listening to you, I see that in you too.
Thank you.
Well, tell us a little about your artwork. Why don't you kind of describe both of the pieces you did last year and this year?
So last year, like as you can see, on one side there's clean water, and on the other side there's polluted water, and there's not a balanced ecosystem. But on like as you can see, my artwork is titled as "Save Today to Survive Tomorrow." On one side of my artwork, there's a tap with running water, which represents clean water, and the hand holding the water represents a balanced ecosystem where plants and animals can live happy and healthy. But on the other side, you can see industries letting out contaminated water into the streams uh, without any filtration process. And this is disrupting the ecosystem by killing all the plants and animals, and it leads to a barren land. And also,
No.
you can see in the middle, there's a rainbow, and it represents hope for the future generation. That's why my artwork is titled as "Save Today to Survive Tomorrow."
Well, it's very apt. It's a very good representation of what we're facing as a society. And again, your understanding of that, I think, is beyond your years. So that's really neat. So what caused you?
Thank you.
What is your motivation? What do you think you can do as you doing all these new projects that you do that you've gotten awards for? Do you see yourself continuing that effort?
Yes, I do, because I'm really passionate about art and I want to continue it, because if this is going to help the society, I'm willing to do anything I can, because that's my way of giving back to the community.
Well, that's terrific. Again, that's something that I hope everybody understands in the long run, that we all are in this together and that we all need to work together to get the things done we need to do for the future. And I appreciate that.
Yeah.
You're a good example of that to me. And this is the kind of thing that we want to encourage with what we do with the Kids Art Contest and all we do around education. Have you been to any of our watershed festivals that we do? Have you been to those?
No, I haven't, but actually recently I've actually heard of it at school, and I was really interested to go.
We have it this spring. I think you're in the Clinton River watershed in Troy, right? That would be the Clinton River watershed. So
yeah.
We have an event at Oakland University in May that we have schools from all over the county go to. So I'm going to be talking to JC about all this that we've been doing all these years. So we'll get a little more information about that for our viewers. But I just wanted to,
wonderful.
when you've said that you're very excited about this, do you see yourself continuing to enter contests and again doing what you do? It's just something that it seems everybody recognizes right away.
Yeah,
you want to continue doing these kind of things.
Yes, I definitely do.
Do you see yourself working with other kids to kind of develop these kind of things? I would love to see more of these kind of things done in schools, that we could do outreach to community schools.
Because as many people as I can, I'm gonna try to motivate them, and because we have to really keep our environment and waters clean and safe, because if we don't, the world will just be polluted. So I'm gonna try as hard as I can.
That's terrific. That is terrific. And again, hopefully we can convince many, many more people to think your way. And this is the way to do it. Art has always had a kind of a leading edge in societal change. We've always looked to art has always represented that new ideal that we can approach. And again, your paintings have really done that to my mind.
Well, thank you.
Can you name any of the other awards that any other projects that you're looking to do in the future that you might be interested in doing?
Yeah, I actually was entering an art contest. It's called Trees. It's titled as Trees for the Future, because I want to save trees as well because of all the deforestation.
That's really nice.
I think you can see it right there.
Yeah. Who is that supposed to be? Just two people?
Yeah, just two people. They're planting a tree, and I want to stop all the deforestation because people are building cities and there won't be any wildlife left.
That's right, and that's what gives us oxygen for controlling climate change. So that's terrific. That's just the kind of thing that we can do, and going forward, people really respond to visual stimuli, and when you have good art, when you have a good conversation around that, that's how you can really educate people and change minds. So I think that's something that we can work together. You've mentioned that you're looking forward to doing something for the future. Have you put in much thought about what kind of jobs you're looking for, what kind of career you want to do in the future?
Well, I'm pretty sure I know what I want to become. When I grow up, I want to become a doctor. You know why? when I was little, I did a show and tell at school about the human body. And since then, I was so interested to learn more about it. And that's when I decided I want to become a doctor because I can gain a lot of knowledge. And at the same time, I can make a positive impact on someone's life. And this is like my way of giving back to the community. It's one thing I can do.
Well, that's a truly honorable wish. That's terrific. And if from what you've shown us already, I think that you're really going to accomplish something. So I think that's terrific.
Thank you.
I wanted to kind of just talk to JC a little bit about what we're doing here. JC, you've been doing this from the beginning, right? You've been running these contests.
Almost, yeah. It's been going for about 17 years, and I've been coordinating the contest for the past 13 years. So almost from the start.
That's fantastic. So, every year we get hundreds we've had over 1,000 entries over the years. How many do we have this year?
This year we had almost 600, I believe it was. And I actually did a little tally from over the 17 years that we've done the contest, and we've had over 14,500 entries for all the different calendars, which I think is pretty awesome. And we've distributed more than 90,000 calendars altogether.
Wow, that is amazing. So when you're doing this, how do you approach the you get all these in? What's the process of what we do to get those selected winners?
Yeah, it's quite a process. So what we do is we start by numbering all the entries, so we don't know names or anything, and we do an initial run through of all the drawings, and we come up with we select about 50 or so drawings, and then those go to our judges to get ranked. And we have a monthly category for every month of the year, so we end up having about 12 categories of various environmental topics. And then we judge for each month, and then those are ranked. And that's basically how we come up with our winners. So it's random, and we judge on creativity and effectiveness of message, etc. So it's a lot of fun.
That is great. So we get from schools all over the county, right? How many schools participate?
I would say on average, we have about 25 to 30 schools per year that participate.
Well, that's terrific. That's terrific. So Bernard has given us winners before, right?
Gosh, tons.
Yeah, that's right. So some of their schools have been really active on this. This is one of those schools, right?
Mm-hmm. It sure is. Yeah, they've actually incorporated it into their curriculum for their fourth graders.
That is terrific. That's just the kind of thing that this was always aimed at, right? Was to have this as all part of what they're learning in that process. So when we're doing this, we've had a bunch of teachers that have always been very much sending us a lot of these entries too. So last year we had a woman, one of the teachers who retired. Was that last year or the year before?
Oh gosh, that was probably 4 or 5 years ago.
Oh, was that long ago? And she again was somebody who had sent a ton of students that have won from her class.
Yeah, Mrs. Rosenman from Barnard. She taught for 40 years at Barnard.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's terrific. That's terrific.
Yeah.
So, doing this, how you've been doing it for a long time. I guess a lot of the kids that started in this are now in their mid-20s in their careers. So hopefully we've had an impact on that. Over the years, so. Have you ever had anybody come back and say, hey, I won this prize and we appreciate what we got from it? Or you ever had any feedback for anybody?
I haven't, but that would be amazing. So if anyone out there listening is a past participant, you need to contact us because that would be amazing. Be great.
I wouldn't be surprised if some of them were actually teachers now. So that considering we have people like Aditya doing these kind of things, that they're high achievers, I think, and hopefully they'll be one day one of the leaders that really gets going on change. So Aditya, I really appreciate it again. Hopefully you're going to be as typical in the future, and we'll have a lot of students that are like you are and dedicated to a future where they can help. So I think that's something that really is vital in the long run. So JC, anything else that really you think people would be interested in learning about what we do here?
As far as the calendar contest goes?
In general, all our education efforts.
Well, I guess it's an important point to make that, whenever we're out educating folks, we always like to share how important it is that each individual understands their responsibility for taking care of the environment, which Aditya is well aware of and has shared eloquently today. Yeah, it takes all of us to make a difference. And, the simplest, littlest thing can add up to make a difference. So that's super important. And
That's
yeah,
right.
I hope with the calendar contest, it's a fun way to engage the students and learning about these important topics and in a fun way. And, the calendar goes out to so many folks, so they're learning these messages too. So
No,
we
absolutely.
love this project and
No, it's
grateful for
great.
it.
It's great. So JC also organizes our watershed festivals that I mentioned earlier. We do a watershed festival for the Clinton River that's at Oakland University in the spring, and then we do one for the Rouge River watershed, and that's at I'm sorry,
Cranbrook. Cranbrook
Cranbrook
Institute of
Science
Science.
Museum. Boy, I just lost it there. Cranbrook Science Museum, and again, that one has between the two, we have about 3,000 kids come every year to those two events, and they learn all about water, about the environment, protecting the environment. You want to mention anything about that? All the schools that are involved and the students that come?
Yeah, again, these festivals have been going for, I believe the Clinton River Water Festival, this is their 17th year that it's going to happen. The Rouge River Water Festival at Cranbrook, I think that's been like going for 20 years. So they've been incredibly successful and really done a great job of educating the students. So the Clinton River Water Festival just started planning that. It's planned for Friday, May 20th at OU. And yeah, if all goes well and students are able to come to in person, that should happen. So Aditya, if you're interested to have your class attend, maybe you could reach out to your teacher and make sure he or she is aware of it and try to facilitate getting you guys there. That'd be amazing.
Yeah,
Actually,
definitely.
yeah, those invitations to the teachers should be going out any day now. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
And these are great festivals. What we do is we have stations that different organizations send experts to talk about specific things. So the kids can go to 4 or 5 or 8 stations. I forget how many. It's not that many, but we have altogether like 40 or 50 stations that they could potentially go to learn everything, all about water, about erosion. We always have them go to an erosion little class that we do, and we have it's fun showing them what happens when rain hits water, rain hits land in different ways, different kinds of land. So all these things are showing people what is important about protecting our water, and specifically what young people and their families can do to protect water. So that and the art contest really bring it home to kids and really get them involved with this. And JC, I really appreciate what you've been doing over these years to educate all these kids. And again, like I said, hopefully some of them are teachers now and they're doing those things. And again, when I talk to college students and high school students, they are just so energetic, so knowledgeable about the issues that are facing us. And it just gives me such faith in the future that you guys you're going to solve a lot of these problems, Aditya. And going forward, I know you'll be there. One of these days, you'll be doing the kind of things that I'm doing now and better than I can do them. So I just appreciate that. And this is something that really, again, means so much to the future. And you being part of that is terrific. And I want to thank your parents, because without your parents, you wouldn't be doing this stuff either. So you should celebrate your parents and the role they play in making you the person you are.
Definitely, I agree.
So, JC, going forward, what do you see as these going kids coming to these events and doing the calendar contest? I do you see this as something that will work towards a future that we can all live with?
Gosh, I certainly hope so. We hope to instill, kind of those the knowledge, that we all live in a watershed, and what that means is that what we do on the land can impact water quality downstream. And again, we're all part of, unfortunately, the problem sometimes, but we're all part of the solution as well. So, learning all these basic, the ways we can impact our water resources and other natural resources that can carry on up through adulthood. So yeah, I mean, I really hope so.
Anything you want to finish off with, Aditya? Anything that you can say about what you've done or what you want to do in the future?
Yeah, I actually wanted to mention that I really love this program and that we're really fortunate to be surrounded by 4 Great Lakes and 5 major watersheds begin in the Oakland County. And I also wanted to say that WRC is doing an amazing job in maintaining our watersheds. And I really wanted to thank you for your great leadership.
Well, I appreciate that. We have an amazing organization. I have 370 people working for us, everything from laborers up to our engineers, our managers, and they're all dedicated to doing the right thing for our environment. We work regionally because all our partners, water doesn't stop at a border. We all share the responsibility for that. And again, we work regionally to do this. Schools like yours are a major part of why we do this, because educating our young people is going to be the answer for this, in my mind.
Yeah.
I'll really quick. I want to mention that I came across a young woman a few years ago who, as a high school student in Michigan, went out on the shoreline of Lake Michigan, and seeing all these shells from the invasive clams that come here, she decided that she could work on something to take shells, these broken shells, off the beaches, and then use them to make 3D ink for 3D printers. So she got a patent for that while she was still in high school.
Wow.
And now she's been doing other research. So youth can really come up with some answers even before they've gotten their full educations, and just bring those answers. It's passion, it's understanding, it's learning that make the difference. And Aditya, you've shown that to me, and I think to the folks that have judged your art and all the other awards you've won, that this is something that they can look forward to, and they can be like you are. So I think you've really set a good example.
Thank you, Commissioner Nash.
I appreciate you've done. JC, I appreciate you being here tonight and explaining about all the things that we've done, and that all the work you do to make this a good event, and all the different things we do. I want to thank you for you too.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
My pleasure.
So, we're coming to the end of our show. Any last things you guys want to say before we leave?
I just want to say that it was a great opportunity, and I'm really happy to be here. And I hope this program continues, because you guys are doing an amazing job. Because I really learned a lot. When I was coming up with the theme, I went to your guys' website and found some really good information.
Well, that's great. That's great.
Awesome.
Well, I really appreciate it, folks. It's great to have you here. As we go, I want to mention just a couple of more things. All those contestants, not just Aditya, but all the contestants, I really want to appreciate your artwork, all your thought that went into it, all the things you've done, all the things that you did once you won the prizes, because a select few of you actually won, and it shows that all that extra work that you did was super important. I want to thank you both. You can get our calendars, if there's still some available, at your local libraries. We have them in libraries all across the county. That they should hopefully still be available. So please go to your library and see if they have one, and pick it up, because the artwork is just beautiful. I want to feature on the way out that we have a list of our winners from this year. You'll see some pictures of some of them, and they'll have their names and the schools they were attending. So just to celebrate all the winners of this year's contest. So thank you, Aditya. Thank you, JC. And I appreciate everybody watching. So once again, thank you for watching Water by the Quarter, and we'll see you next time. Thank you so much. WRC, in collaboration with CMN TV, are proud to announce that our public affairs program, Water by the Quarter, has won the prestigious Communicators Award. We received the Silver Award and is recognized with the Award of Distinction in the Social Issues and Responsibility category in the Film, Television, and Video class.